So probably a month back, maybe longer, I got my standard Omni V3s. There's not that much that's different. Apparently the hardware was made better so it sits more flush. I had a little bit of an issue with the V2s where they didn't sit very flush. And the ankle plastic should be a little bit thinner so I don't get any of the ankle rub. And since I have a 262 millimeter foot, I went with the small shells. Now I also have an 8 to 8.5 size Intuition premium liner, but that just doesn't fit. Like it fits, but it's not comfortable enough. This is my 9 Intuition premium liner that's completely broken in, that I've had and been skating the entire time, and it fits perfectly. So this is gonna be a first impression video. I'm probably just gonna be skating the Copen box. The last video you guys saw from me was like the one nice day we had, and then it immediately got shitty again. And today is the one nice, kinda nice day we have. And then it looks like it's gonna get shitty again for the next week. So this is New England's fake spring, I think is what they call it, or faux summer. I don't know. It sucks though. So I'm such a momentum-based person. I need to get in there and skate. I can't be doing this once every 2 weeks thing. But with that being said, let's get out there. I will say one of the things I hate about getting new skates is I always cut my fingers. There's so many like little jagged or sharp edges of plastic on the shell, and when I first get them, I'm always like touching them and manipulating them so much and putting liners in and out that I end up cutting my hands. It's so annoying. I actually went with a plastic or a glass file that's meant to file down plastic, and I filed down all the sharp parts, so it's not happening anymore. But I caught some big ones when I was setting these up. Speaking of the setup, you guys know it's the Omni V3 and I'm using my Intuition Premium liner. But inside the Intuition Premium liner, I got my Superfeet hockey insole. And underneath the liner, I have the stock shock absorber that comes with it and the Dead Wheels shock absorber, the orange one. I don't know if there's different colors, but I got the orange one. So I'll give a little bit more heel lift than stock, but not too much more since it's very, very small. And I'm rocking the Kizer Fluid 4 frames in a small, which I've never done before. I've always skated a medium. They're completely fresh frames with pretty fresh anti-rockers. And I'm skating brand new 60 millimeter GAWDs wheels. These are just wheels that came on my Kizer Fluid 5s that came on my GAWDs that I figured I might as well skate them. So that's what we're skating today. I also traded for a pair of USD Aeons, so I don't know if I'm gonna skate those right away, but we'll see. It should be coming soon. All right, threw some wax on there. It seems like it's sliding really quickly. Everything feels comfortable. Oh, that's really fast. So for the very, very, very first thoughts in terms of how it feels rolling around for the first time on pavement, it feels like they might be too small. I'm just feeling just a little bit too much of the shell pushing back against the front of my toes. It's almost non-existent on my right side, but on the left side, where my foot's a little bit longer, it's pushing up against the front. But it's not painful, just worrisome. Who cares, so let's get it. I genuinely just sped up while I was sliding. That was crazy. And just like that, within 3 attempts at sole grind, the white skates are done. Feels good, not gonna lie. Let's run through our sole tricks and then our groove tricks. All right, so far my feet kind of ache a little bit. Feels like I'm scrunching my toes. It's exactly what happens when you skate a shell that might be too small. I think when the Omni V3 breaks open a little bit for me, breaks in, it'll feel a little bit better, but I don't know if it's gonna get longer. I might just settle into it more, I don't know. But I definitely feel my toes pressing against the front of the shell. I can tell that's where my discomfort is coming from. They feel good to skate. They are very, very floppy, but we'll talk more about that in a little bit. All All right, that time I really opened up my hips, but I don't know if you can see it from that angle. I measured this thing last time, and it's only 8 feet, so switch ups are gonna be tough. I tried to go extra slow for some speed. So I'm getting the regular foot pain stuff that I normally get from boots that don't end up fitting well for me. It's not like any pain in any specific area, it just doesn't feel good and my whole foot just kind of hurts. It's not terrible, but I don't get this pain at all in my thems, even though it kind of feels like they're squeezing my foot more on the sides. It's just a little bit longer. But this is my first session and we're only about 25 minutes in. Switch top acids feel good. Let's try one real slow. Still too fast. I'm trying to jump above the obstacle and before it, but I think I went a little bit too far there. I want to jump from like right here. I was way too far forward there. I notice when I jump in front of the obstacle, I tend to like try to reach for it. I just need to let myself land on it. That was the one. I don't have a lot of run up, and because these are kind of so flexible, I feel like my initial push off is a bit weaker than in my like sways or something. We got it though. All right, let's go for the top sole. I'm not gonna lie, things feel a lot better on my feet. Maybe my feet just gotta get used to skating again. Switch ups are so tight. I'm gonna give myself a shot at a few different switch ups and then we'll talk about it. I forgot about back five. Let's do some more. Damn torsos. I'm getting tired, we're almost done here. I forgot where else. 3 more attempts. We can do better. Three more. All right, let's talk. Okay, so my first impressions are pretty much exactly the same as the Omni V2s. As the session went on, my feet stopped hurting, and the best my feet felt was probably at the end of the session. I did get tired because I'm not in really good skating shape right now, but yeah, there's honestly not that much to say. If you watch my Omni V2 first impressions video, it will give you a more true overlook because I've experienced everything that I experienced today the first time that I skated these. The Royale groove is amazing. This is probably the easiest groove tricks that I've ever had besides on my Blanks and my SLs. The sole plate was incredibly fast. Of course, it was a metal coping box, so it's always gonna be fast. All my tricks felt easy. This is the first time I did any of those tricks in 4 months. Not any of them, but most of those tricks, besides like the basic ones, in at least 4 months. And it felt like I was just doing them the other day. And to do that on a kind of new setup, a small Omni V3, I mean, I guess it's not really a new setup. It's got a brand new frame and brand new boot, but I already know how the boot feels, it's just a little bit smaller. And I already know how the frame feels, just a little bit smaller. And I used my already broken in Intuition premium liners, but it felt great. My heel was really locked down. I used the hockey lace technique, keep my heel locked down. That felt great the whole time. I had no ankle pressure, just a little foot pain in the beginning, but eventually that went away. So I think the foot pain thing might just be a break-in period thing, or the fact that my feet need to get used to skating again. But again, it did go away and it got less intense over time. It just felt like my feet were getting squeezed. With that being said, I should be skating street next time, and I'll see you guys there.